Alright, guys, so happy April Fool's Day. But this is not an April Fool's video. I just wanted to talk about this since it's on my mind. Uh, what is going on with Lamar Jackson? So, as you all know, earlier this week, I think, Lamar Jackson officially announced that he was requesting a trade from the Baltimore Ravens organization. He said that he demanded this trade on March 2nd, which was before they even franchise tagged him. So that's pretty interesting, but that's besides the point. Why aren't teams trying to trade for him? Like, yeah, I get it. Like, he's gonna cost a lot of money, but there's so many reasons that's just not relevant. Like, yeah, it's going to cost a lot of money, like I just mentioned, but it's going to be worth it in the end for a player of his caliber. Like, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, so I don't understand why you wouldn't trade for him, even if it is going to cost a lot of money. So, a few teams that I'm confused aren't why they aren't trading for him. First of all, Atlanta. They've been one of the top trade candidates for Lamar for a long time. Like, basically, since Lamar got the franchise tag, people have been mocking him going to Atlanta, like, forever. And what Atlanta said was that they're concerned about Lamar's injuries in the past couple of years. Like, really? That's all it is? Like, number one, you guys have a brand new stadium. It's like 5 years old or something. It's one of the most state-of-the-art stadiums in the NFL, so he's not going to get hurt on the stadium. Two, you have multiple weapons for him. Like, you have Kyle Pitts, you have Drake London. You could get a wide receiver in this draft class, maybe. And the O-line's pretty good, too. Like, they have Chris Lindstrom, and he was an All-Pro last year. But apparently they want to stick with Desmond Ridder for some reason. Whatever. Another team that I'm surprised hasn't tried to trade for him yet is Washington. Like, Washington is a very similar situation to Atlanta, other than the stadium thing. But they're trying to, like, use their project quarterback instead of going and trying to trade for one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Like, this doesn't happen. This never happens. So I don't know why no teams are trying to, like, take a risk for it. Because I think that the reward is going to outweigh all the negatives that could possibly come out of it. I feel like teams are just overthinking it. Like, for Washington's case, they have one of the most underrated receiving corps in the entire league. Like, they have Scary Terry, they have Jahan Dotson, I'm pretty sure they still have Curtis Samuel, and they're probably getting a tight end in this draft class. And they also have Brian Robinson in the backfield, too, so I don't understand. Like, quarterback would just make that whole offense just work. But nope, they want to stick with Sam Howell because they would rather just have their project quarterback from last year's draft class instead of trading for a great quarterback. Like, I don't understand. Like, why take a risk with a project quarterback from last year that barely played when you could trade for one of the best quarterbacks in the league that's already proven that he's great? He's been an MVP, and teams still aren't trading for it. I don't get it. But the last team I'm most shocked hasn't tried to at least consider trading for him is Indy. Like, Indy? Come on, Indy. That division is wide open next year. That division is wide open, and you have the weapons. You have Pittman. I feel like Pittman enough should consider should make you at least try to consider him. And you have a top 5 pick as well. You have a top 5 pick in the draft. So you could give that up for Lamar, and the Ravens could get their quarterback of the future in this year's draft. It could literally be a win-win. And like the other two teams, you have plenty of cap space. I just don't understand why teams just don't want to make big trades anymore, unless it's for a guy with over 20 lawsuits against him. Teams are willing to make big trades there. I don't understand why you can't make a trade for somebody who has been a past MVP and is still in his prime. I just don't get it.